Welcome everyone. Welcome to purplelunarose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight we're going to be reading for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We are looking at the week of January 14th through January 20th of 2024. Your biggest cosmic influence this week is going to be that beautiful Pluto transit from 29 degrees Capricorn to 0 degrees Aquarius, and that is going to happen on the 20th. This is a once in our lifetime transit. Sunday night's Love and Astrology was all about the Pluto transit and how it's going to impact each of us. So that video can be found over on my YouTube channel under the live tab. I will put timestamps in after the live stream is over, and those links and links for personal readings and any 2024 moon calendars you could be looking for can be found in the description box of this video. I am going to start with a collective reading before we get to the fire signs. I do have one announcement first. We are going to mix up the schedule just a little bit this week. Air signs on Thursday are going to be rescheduled for Friday morning, and that is already posted, so you can go over to our YouTube channel and hit that notify me button. But 1/11 is Thursday, and that's normally when we do air signs. It's actually the Capricorn new moon, so we are going to offer some free readings. I'm going to offer Capricorn new moon readings, Pluto readings, and some mini 2024 readings. So come hang out with us Thursday night, Capricorn new moon. Again, the air signs will be rescheduled for the following morning. All right, I think that's all the announcements I have. Hi, Diana. Let me know, sound, picture, everything's okay. It is raining really hard, but the internet is holding out strongly. All right, so I've mixed up the cards today too. I pulled out the Energy Oracle, the Numinous, our Soulmate Love Messages, and the Power of Love. And I'm really not too sure about the tarot. I feel like I'm probably going to go back and forth. But we're going to start with Llewellyn. Oh, thank you, Diana. Thank you. All right, so let's timestamp collective. Let's do an even 3 minutes. I'm going to look at masculine, feminine, and bridging energy. So we have contract coming out for masculine. I do see the envy card on the bottom. I wanted to say something about feeling stuck because of the envy card. The envy card could be like jealousy, frustration, wanting something that someone else has. The contract does show her trying to balance the scales. Let's look at feminine energy. We have the third chakra. It's about calling your personal power back. I feel like that came out yesterday. Jasmine on Facebook. Hello. Don't forget, guys, we are on 3 different platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. I see Facebook and I see YouTube. Hi, Sandra. All right, let's look at bridging energy. Remember, bridging energy is going to be your current spiritual lesson. It's what's keeping you connected. Current. So we have the 4th chakra. I didn't see that coming. We do have a journey card on the bottom. It's going to have something to do with compassion, empathy. The journey card is going to be about direction. All right, let's do some Llewellyn. The numbers are sticking out to me, 6, 38, and 37. And 2 archangels, 2 out of 3 cards. And 2 chakras. There's only 7 chakras, so I mean clearly a chakra imbalance. Can you guys hear the rain? It is so loud. All right, so the universe is coming out. It could be something about some tough lessons for masculine at this time. Could have something to do with facing some sort of injustice. I'm just not sure who caused the injustice. The Magician card is here, and the 8 of Pentacles is here. There's that Justice card. So the Magician is Virgo energy. The Justice card is Libra. The universe is God. There is this energy as above, so below. That could be what masculine energy is working on, especially 8 of Pentacles there. And the Justice card does say that there has been a great injustice. And the masculine is trying to balance the scales. So you see the scales on both cards, the Oracle and the Tarot for the masculine. All right, let's look at third chakra. Archangel Camille. This is solar plexus chakra. So remember, solar plexus chakra is going to be 2 inches above the belly button. I don't have a piece of citrine on my desk because it's in my room, and I use it for like when I'm meditating. But there's different, I don't know, rituals, I guess, that you can do, meditations that you can do, cleansing practices that you can do for your chakras with certain crystals. And the third chakra, the personal power, it's going to be that orangey yellow color. All right, so we have the Strength card. Something's challenging. That. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse, and we have the Devil coming out. It's the horned one. So that's why I had to pull Llewellyn Tarot, because remember how I say that, like, sometimes, you know, all the tarot cards are different, right? Like, they all have something a little bit different about them. So in Llewellyn Tarot, it's going to be the horned one. It's like he's withered, and he kind of sits back in the picture towards the back, like he's not really a challenge at the moment. It's that type of energy. It's like you've defeated something. And then 8 of Swords coming out is the self-restriction. So really having to dig deep to call this personal power back, but Divine Feminine, you've done it. So you could be dealing with some Capricorn energy, but I think it's more about the toxicity. It's more about, the Devil is about, it could definitely have some karmic energy here too, but the Devil is about all the unhealthy things that we bind ourselves to. So with the Llewellyn Tarot, and he's withered and kind of pushed back, there's no fire, there's no 2 people like burning at the, you know, in the Devil's feet, right? It's interesting. It's like you've overcome something. You've overcome something. Page of Wands was on the bottom, so it's like your spiritual awakening could have helped you overcome something that has to do with your personal power. All right, let's look and see why the fourth chakra is the bridging energy. So fourth chakra is going to be the heart chakra. It could have something to do with heart chakra awakening. I'm not really sensing that with the twins. I feel like we've all already went through that. I mean, I guess it's possible there could be like someone new to this journey watching, but it's collective energy. So I just don't think that's what it is. It's more like when we have our heart chakra awakenings, like that's when we start to feel extra compassion, extra empathy towards really everyone. I feel like when we have heart chakra awakening, it's like when we start to realize that we're just one, right? Like the I'm you, you're me, you know, we're one. It's when you really stop competing with people. It's when you start focusing on your own healing because you know that your own healing impacts everyone, right? But I think it has something to do with having compassion and empathy for one another. It's like both divine masculine and divine feminine. Some pretty big major arcanas here, and it's like it's something that's challenging, difficult. Look at that. As soon as I said it, the Ten of Wands on the bottom. That's Ten of Wands, challenging, difficult, but it's like heavy burdens. It's like it's time for something to come to an end, to a completion. Yeah, the Death card, another big confirmation. Look at Spirit's got my back today. The Scorpio coming out strongly, of course. But it is the card that says there's a death and transformation. This is Pluto energy. This is what's happening this week. So we talked about again how this Pluto transit was going to affect all of us collectively. So again, if you guys missed that live, make sure to go check that out. You can find it over on my Facebook page too. We also have the Ten of Swords. Again, more confirmation. Wow, this is going to be a good night. But it's like more, right? It's a completion again. Completion to a painful life cycle. And it's because we finally started to process our traumas. It's because we finally realized that there was something within us that needs to be healed, right? Two of Pentacles is on the bottom. Two of Pentacles is giving me this energy like we're about to have a lot to do, like things could start moving quickly, like you could feel like you're being pulled in too many directions. It's interesting because it's not really too many directions. It's only two. You're gonna feel like you're either being pulled towards your journey or like towards your life, right? So it's like you're either gonna feel like you're following purpose or your life. I guess that's the whole free will, right? All right, let's do some head, heart, and higher self. I am going to use the numinous, and we are going to use these tonight for the fire signs too. So we've seen Virgo. My North Node is in Virgo. We've seen Scorpio, Leo, and Capricorn. All right, let's start with masculine, head, heart, higher self. So we're looking at thoughts, feelings, and current higher self lesson. So we have the edge coming out for 11th house in the headspace. 11th house is, I heard the word friends, and friendship is on the card. It could have something to do with friends and thinking about friends, but I think it's more about pushing something to the edge. We have Sagittarius, the Voyager, coming out in the heart space. So it's like wanting to travel, wanting to go somewhere. Independent is on here. Happy-go-lucky is on here. This is definitely like the want or like a goal. We have Saturn, wisdom. It's interesting because it's like these two energies are fun and exciting. And then Saturn comes out, which by the way rules Capricorn, and it's like the brakes get put on. It's like, no, we have to get back to work type of energy. The word discipline, the first word on the Saturn card is discipline. All right, let's do divine feminine, head, heart, and higher self. I've seen a post or something, I can't remember, but somewhere I've seen something about how, tell me if you find self-discipline to be attractive. Like I find self-discipline to be attractive, right? It's like when we can control our emotions and our actions and we can be consistent and committed, right? Like self-discipline is definitely very attractive. But there's something about that card coming out for higher self, for masculine. All right, feminine thoughts. We have Scorpio coming out, the animal, the death and transformation. Definitely could be some Pluto energy. We have third house perception. It's like you're seeing something from a different, you're seeing the bigger picture, but it's like you're able to see it from a different perspective. This could be about like pulling a positive out of a challenging situation. And then for higher self, we have a 10th house reputation. This could have something to do with career, job. I feel like it has more to do with how you're seen, how you're seen. There's something about the two chairs that have been sticking out to me. All right, I'm going to pull 3 messages from each side. Start divine masculine first. So remember, these can be 3D, 5D, higher self messages, which means that these could be messages that you've heard before, said before, sent before. And they could also be higher self messages. Let's start 3 from divine masculine. I'm in love with you comes out. My greatest wish is to make you smile and feel safe around me. The word safe is sticking out to me. And you appear often in my dreams. I'm working hard on my finances for our future is on the bottom. I don't know whose future, but there's definitely this energy of working hard on finances. The 8 of Pentacles came out for divine masculine. All right, let's look at divine feminine to divine masculine. Since I met you, I have more energy to push towards my goals. Facts, right? So many things remind me of you. It's crazy. And you are like an angel that came into my life to heal and nurture me. And I mean, that is the purpose, right? I'm so grateful I met you is on the bottom. All right, I'm going to close it out with power of love activation. These were gifted to me by Miss L. These are James Van Prague, who also does the Talking to Heaven cards. Loyalty is here. That's also attractive, right? So discipline and loyalty, right? Your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. Willingness, you're able to compromise if the end result is love. And vision, no matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving and just universe. When this card comes out, sometimes I get the feeling like we feel like things are unjust, and I felt that a lot, especially for divine masculine, where there's this feeling like the universe doesn't have our back, right? So it's like if you're feeling that, it's not that the universe doesn't have our back. Remember, everything's always working for our greater good. Just because we don't see it doesn't make it so, right? The bottom card was the past. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. All right, guys, that's going to be your collective reading. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to clean up really quickly and then we're going to start with Aries, but I want to show you my new library haul today. Well, just one. Um, I found this James Van Praagh book at the library. It's called Unfinished Business. And he kind of tells some different stories about some different people that have passed away. I actually just started it today. But the stories are so interesting to me because they talk about how, he talks about how these spirits, really can, I know it's gonna sound out there, but I don't even care no more. But it's like they can really help us, like from the other side, like help us, see different perspectives on things or have different understandings about things. He tells this one story. I'll just tell you at the very beginning of the book. And he talks about it. This lady comes home from work, and when she's walking in her front door, one of like the neighbor's kids or something is running out, and she doesn't think nothing about it. She noticed he had like this weird look on his face, but she just assumed that, maybe her husband told him to go home or something, right? Like he'd been there too long, who knows. So she goes in and like the TV was up super loud, and so she goes and turns her TV down, and she notices like the house is really quiet. It's like eerily quiet, like something's wrong, right? So she starts calling for her husband and her child, her son, and no one answers. And it's like she immediately knows that something is wrong, right? And so she starts going up to her son's room. And as she's going up, she hears her husband, like, this huge scream. And he's there, on the ground, like with their son who's, passed, and there's like their gun is laying on the ground on the floor, and there's like bullets, shells, and whatnot. And it's like clear that the child has, gotten into the gun that she says in the story she had just told her husband to put away and make sure it was safe so that the child wouldn't play with it. And so she proceeds to tell you, that her son passed, and they struggled in their relationship, blaming like whose fault it was that this happened to their child. And so they go to all these therapies and whatnot, and then finally they go see James Van Praagh because that's what they need, right? So they get there and they do, he does make contact with their lost son, and the son is just like, it's nobody's fault. Like, this is just the journey that, he had. And it was like, they shouldn't blame each other. They should love each other, unconditionally, and help each other get through this traumatic experience that they've had. And of course, sadly, it doesn't work out that way. They leave the meeting, the place, and, he mentions in the book that he learned years later that, they divorced. So, they didn't listen to their lost son's advice. And it's just like, that was so interesting to me. But he talks about how like the son showed him, like, they could have like loved each other through it and healed, and they could have like advocated for like gun safety or, gun rights or, whatever, to make it so like these things didn't happen again. And they didn't. They just fought and blamed each other and got divorced, right? So But I feel like it's it's definitely going to be an interesting read. I don't know. I'm at this point in my journey where it's like if something is going to teach me something, I'm going to pay attention, right? Like I don't know. I've been doing it my way for a really long time. It's like I'm ready to pay attention now. All right, so I'm going to use Energy Oracle first. Grab a drink of my tea. I got the raspberry zinger again. I love this tea. I sent my son and my daughter-in-law to the grocery store yesterday to grab just a couple of things, and my daughter-in-law, so smart, she noticed that I had ran out of tea and that I didn't have any tea on my list, and she totally brought me back the raspberry zinger and a whole box of chamomile. So thank you, Kaylin, right? All right, let's do Aries. 2615 for Aries. Aries, this is going to be for the week of January 14th through January 20th. I do feel like Pluto is going to be the biggest cosmic influence for quite, it's for several days, maybe even, into the next week, into the following week, right? Okay, so I'm using Energy Oracle. I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. So let's see what the energy of the week is for Aries. Remember, guys, I'm never going to tell you sun, moon, rising. You have all 12 pieces of the pie. You want to go find your birth chart. What house is Aries for you? Have the patience card, divine timing. Could have something to do with downloads. You have the 6th chakra. We're seeing a lot of chakra cards. Do you guys feel like there's an imbalance? I feel like we were doing really good with the chakras. Divine timing Aries could have something to do with trying to force something, push something. Yeah, look at that. Mars comes out, action. It was the 4th. Remember on the 4th when Mars moved into Capricorn? I told you it was definitely going to be like this push, this extra forceful energy. Aries is the ram, so it's like brutal force, right? So there's something about you trying to push something, most likely like wanting to win something, get something. I'm not sure, but it's like divine timing. It's not time. Is it coming? Yes, but it's like you have to wait just a little bit longer. Aries is the most impatient sign in the zodiac. All right, Mercury is here, communication. That could be what it has to do with. And this is actually lesson learned to help you with that situation. So it's like, make sure you're speaking calmly. Oh my gosh, this was, I feel like this is my test. Remember how I said, for those of us that like we're on this specific type of journey, if you resonate with divine feminine, you're being asked to hold that divine feminine energy. Like you're really being asked to step into that empowerment type of energy and then hold it. And there's certain things we have to do in order to hold that energy, right? So I was saying before, like in a few previous lives before that, like I'm having to not speak so loudly, which is interesting because I'm an Aries and I just practically yell everything, right? And then I'm also having to, I don't know, stay indoors. um, I feel like we're being asked to like protect our energies, be cautious with our energies. I do feel like we're allowed to use them in certain areas for certain reasons. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. Like I feel like I'm not really spending a lot of time with a lot of people. It's very I don't know, like focused. And I also, like, remember I was talking about the shuffling. I was like, I can't shuffle all crazy with the cards going everywhere, because that's actually chaotic energy, is actually masculine energy, right? So if I'm holding feminine energy, I have to be calm, quiet. I know, right? I don't like saying none of the things either, but that's going to be the feminine energy. And I do feel that, like, the reason that we're being asked to um, hold that energy is going to be because um, we're about to receive something, right? It's about receiving something, because the masculine energy is the giver and the feminine energy receives. So I feel like that's why we're being asked to hold that energy. I do see Venus love. I mean, that's very possible that that's what we're about to receive. Let's shuffle a little bit. Let's see if it comes back out for the outcome. We have 10th house reputation coming back out. Interesting, because it's like love or money, and we got the money card, right? We actually got the love card, and then I shuffled and we got the money card. That may be some subconscious energy there. But third house perception is going to be on the bottom. So again, seeing something from a different picture. So there is this energy of like love or money. And it's interesting because we talked about that in the members only live. I did it just a couple of days ago. So if you guys missed it and your members over on our YouTube channel, remember you do have to be a PLR Tribe 2 in order to watch those members only videos. We did that Capricorn new moon, and I actually talked about, it's definitely a time of getting to work, staying focused on our goals. But it was interesting because right after I did that live, I went and watched one of my own tarot readers. I like to watch MJ over on Soulful Revolution. Miss L, hello. But I went and watched her, and it was so interesting because, like, right after I got done telling us that we need to focus on our monies and our career and our manifestations, all these things, it was like right after that happened, she goes on to say in her reading that same day that we don't have to choose. Like, there's not you have to choose between love and money. What happens is you choose your purpose and you align with your purpose. And at this point, we're desperately interesting that it aligns, hi, with what we're doing, our career, our job. I don't know what happened. It's like Spirit's been yelling at me to do the camera. So it was like, here, let me hit this button for you, Rosa. I'm just saying, I was like here on the other side of the room. So, all right, there we go, guys. Sorry. But hi. I had my makeup on and my hair wasn't too crazy, right? Okay, now I totally done lost it. Not love or money. When you align to your purpose, and as long as your purpose is aligned to your career or what you're doing for work, right? Hopefully it is at this point. It's like you don't have to choose. It just comes to you, right? Like you align, right? You just align. All right, let's look at that patience card. So I did pull out Triple Goddess Tarot. Oh, I just got done saying, you see that? All right, Three of Swords. So it's like wanting to heal something. It's like wanting something not to hurt anymore is what I heard. We have the 10 of Pentacles. It could be a goal. Again, just something you want. Nine of Wands is here. Again, seeing something from a different perspective. But I'm actually getting this energy like you've been tending to something or taking care of something. I think it's just you. It's going to be like the self-care, the self-healing, Aries. Something may not be finished. Like you may still have more work to do. The Nine of Wands is also sometimes like a stubborn energy. And I mean, Aries is a little bit stubborn, right? I'm not picking on the Aries, guys. I promise I have all the Aries. Aries, Mars, Mercury, Sun, everything is in Aries. And my 10th house, Aries. All right, so we have the Page of Wands coming. I'm sorry, Page of Swords. So Page of Swords, Triple Goddess Tarot, it's about, of course, higher learning. Like there's more to learn, there's more to do. You're trying to push something too quickly is what I'm getting. It's like something about taking your time. The Death card comes out, Scorpio, it's going to be Pluto energy. And then the Knight of Pentacles comes out. So Knight of Pentacles is the card that normally shows that field in the background. And the field is like the seeds haven't been planted yet. He's went out and like plowed the field and got the job, everything's ready to go, but he hasn't actually went out and planted the seed. So I feel like that's what's happening here, Aries. You've been in this learning stage, and the regeneration, or like the Pluto transformation, right, that's coming, is you've done all the learning, now you have to actually implement. Like now you have to actually go out there and do the work, right? All right, let's look at Mercury communication. It's going to have something to do with how you're speaking. I mean, it could be like how you're talking to people, or what you're talking about, but it could also be the perception, like how you're perceiving things, how you're understanding things. So we have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, again, could be about lack energy, holding on to something too tightly because you think there won't be any more. But it's Triple Goddess Tarot. So she's actually sharing because she knows there is going to be more. You have Queen of Swords. I love that the mask is on the ground. Queen of Swords is like throwing your mask off, just saying screw it and speaking your truth, right? Queen of Swords is a card of victory. Ten of Wands comes out. Ten of Wands says, again, dropping those burdens, dropping the burdens. I feel like there's something here, Aries, about you're adding I was going to say you're adding to your burdens, but it looks like she's giving the pentacle away. So it's like she's releasing something. It could be something about like speaking your truth could help you release something. 10 cost reputation, Ace of Swords, new understanding, new communication. Cancer energy coming out, the Chariot. Chariot is the ride or die partner, but it's also the card that says don't be afraid to move quickly. So like it's new communication. Don't be afraid to communicate quickly. And then we have Knight of Swords. Don't be afraid to break free from something quickly. Like the Knight of Swords is the card. Remember, knights are messengers. So it's like this knight has to go and tell whoever, it's like you're free to go do whatever it is that you need to go do. So I feel like that's what needs to be communicated. That's what needs to be spoken. That's what needs to be said. Now, whether it's to you or from you, I'm not sure. Queen of Wands is on the bottom, Aries. Queen of Wands says, be confident in yourself. Queen of Wands is also kindness, and I'm definitely getting like some communication issues there with Aries. All right. I was going to do Power of Love, but I think I'm going to do Magical Times. Let's do Magical Times for Aries. All right, guidance for Aries, January 14th through January 20th. You have the Nature card. Sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air to remember who you are and where you want to be. You have the Adversity card. See the gifts and challenge. One can be taught within the calm, but the greatest lessons are learned from the storms. The mercy card is going to be on the bottom. I do feel like, I know this is weird, Aries, but I do feel like Spirit is giving you mercy for something. But I also feel like you've been going through something, the adversity card, right? Like something that's been very challenging. And it's like you just want it to not be challenging anymore. And I'm definitely getting the message, Aries, that the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you're able to quickly release something, or like quickly release the grip of something, or the idea that there won't be more, so you have to hold on to it. All right, let's do Queen of the Moon. I don't know why I said that. Moonology Oracle to close it out. All right, remember we pull these for your thoughts and emotions. And I feel like it's definitely both, right? You see that Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, the Three of Swords. There's definitely some heavy thoughts and heavy emotions, but it's like all you have to do is release something and go after the thing that brings you your victory, which I think actually has something to do with your career, your 10th house. The energy is gaining momentum. Look at the bigger picture. That one's going to be full moon in Sagittarius, and here it is right here. It's time to release negativity. It's going to be full moon in Scorpio. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly, and then we'll move on to Leo. 4313 for Leo. Leo, this is going to be for the week of January 14th through January 20th. Again, cosmic influence is going to be the Pluto transit on the 20th. So Leo, finances, I'm hearing financial words. It's not necessarily finances, but victory comes out for your energy of the week. Rest and rejuvenation is on the bottom. For some of you, it could be about taking a break, but I feel like it's mostly, this is going to have something to do with something you fought for. It's like as I was getting ready, I kept picking up all these financial terms. All right, let's look at challenge or obstacle. We have the Cancer energy coming out. I said that. Now all the love energy is here. Look at this. Look at this. Cancer, Venus in 5th house, passions. Neptune is on the bottom, dreams. The opposite of what I just said. Spirit's testing me. All right, let's pull some unicorn tarot out. Get the victory. Ooh, Leo. Leo, is it one of those things where, like I was saying for Aries, it's like when you align with your purpose, and again, hopefully at this point, our purpose is aligned with our careers and what we do, right? But it's like when you do this, you bring in everything, right? Like you align everything. You don't have to choose between love and money because you align. Cancer is a challenge or obstacle. You could be dealing with a Cancer, but this is about your feelings, emotions. Sympathetic is on there. Venus is love energy. I definitely get that. I feel like you've aligned to something in some shape, way, or form, and that has brought a balance to like everything else. Fifth house, passions, has creativity, pleasure, party, children, romance. Queen of Pentacles, thank you, Spirit. I was definitely getting that unjust universe feeling there for a minute. Um, but Queen of Pentacles, it's like becoming your own resource. You've learned how to become your own resource. I mean, this could mean like maybe you went and asked for a raise, maybe you got a promotion, maybe you worked hard to get something, right? Five of Cups is here. Pulling a positive out of a negative is what I just heard with that Five of Cups. Two of Swords is here. Two of Swords is that energy of feeling stuck. So I feel like you went through some sort of loss, something where you were like really looking at this, and I know how this sounds, y'all. Okay, so Five of Cups is loss, despair, all those sad energies. But because we're in, okay, so today is the 8th. I have like 3 days before this Capricorn new moon is here, but I'm telling you, the energy is intense. And so what happens when I see that Five of Cups is instead of feeling that despair and agony and that type of energy that we normally feel with Five of Cups, I see it more as, you see how like the 3 cups are spilled and there's always like the wine or whatever it is, but the other 2 cups are not spilled. So it's like this person, this energy of being focused on the spilt, like the, what do they call it? Crying over spilt milk. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm not trying to be like insensitive or anything like that, Leo. But it's like whatever this loss was, you were so focused on it for so long that it could have definitely given you some stuck energy, right? Like not able to push forward on something. But what's happened here is like this week you see the positive. You're able to see like I still have these 2 cups. Like yes, I went through this challenging thing, but not only did I make it, but I learned how to become my own resource, right? All right, Cancer energy is here. Could have something to do with your mother. Could have something to do with a Cancer. But I think again, it has something to do with feelings and sympathetic. Someone could have been sympathetic towards you. You could be trying to be sympathetic towards someone else. I think it was you, like you being kind to yourself, Leo, right? Oh yeah, look at that. Queen of Swords comes out. Big confirmation. Man, my ears are on fire. Queen of Swords is that her sympathy is limited, right? Her compassion is limited. So the Queen of Swords kind of gets a bad rap. Like we kind of say things about the Queen of Swords, like some people call her the B word, right? Like, oh my gosh, that Queen of Swords, she's such a B. It's not that she's a B, okay, and it's not that she's not a B, whatever. But it's like she was beat down, right? Like she was beat down with whatever, and she had to fight back, right? And so she fights back, and she becomes victorious. Well, she doesn't want to get beat down anymore, so she builds this castle with these big ass walls, right? And like if you try to go visit the Queen of Swords, you know, she kind of like hangs over the wall, and you have to yell really loud to even hear, because she's not gonna, you see what I'm saying? Like her area, her energy is so protected, you just can't touch her, you just can't get to her. And it's, again, it's not that she doesn't want to be compassionate or like sympathetic or have empathy. It's not that at all. It's just that she doesn't want to get hurt again. So it's not that she's mean or cold or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Which we hear a lot of people say about the Queen of Swords. It's just that she just doesn't want to have that pain again. That's why that she is the way she is, right? So that's pretty interesting coming out there. It's like you could have been hard on yourself. I mean, it's also very possible that someone was hard on you with their words. Swords are communication. Eight of Cups is walking away from something. You're walking towards your Two of Cups. Remember, the goal is 10 cups. And you have the Hermit here. The Hermit could have something to do with Dark Night of the Soul, spiritual awakening. But you see how he has that lantern? It's like you're going to find the answers. You're going to find the answers. I feel like that's what you've been doing. And that's why it's been in your challenge or obstacles. I feel like something happens with like resources where, again, like you step up to the plate type of energy, and that brings this victory over this energy right here. All right, lesson learned was Venus, love. It could have something to do with unconditional love. You have Seven of Pentacles. It's about being patient. You have Four of Pentacles. Again, that energy of lack, like not having enough of something. And you have Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords could say not telling someone something. There could be some disbelief energy here, but I'm not getting that. I'm getting more of like, let's make a plan. Let's make a plan and like be patient. And there's this energy of we don't have to tell everyone, right? Like we don't have to tell everyone what the plan is. All right, let's look at that fifth house, passions. So everybody check your charts. What rules your fifth house? What planets are in that fifth house? All right, we have Page of Wands, so spiritual awakening. It's also like baby steps. Ace of Pentacles is a new offer, a new beginning. Again, could have something to do with work, career, money. And Nine of Wands, again, something that you took great care of. Protected is the energy I'm getting. And Ten of Pentacles is on the bottom. This is definitely like getting the things that you want, goals, achievements, but it's also, remember, Ten of Pentacles doesn't necessarily have to mean money. It can mean everything. And that's kind of what I picked up for Leo from the beginning. It's like you align to something, most likely taking care of you, Leo. And it's like when you align to that, it's like the money and the love just kind of align with you, right? All right, I'm going to use Magical Times. I think it's a big victory for Leo this week, but it's hard fought victory. Like this wasn't an easy win for Leo. Confidence is here. Be bold, rise up and stand tall. Feel the fire in your soul. Sacred space is also here, which is interesting because I got that energy with the Hermit. It says, take time for the dreamer in you. Find your power and stillness. In your sacred space is the peace you seek. But I feel like that's kind of confirmation of what's happening to Leo here. I do see the reverse card. It says, no matter what happens, you can find new wings, rise from the past, accept the positive change that is coming. And that is going to be that Phoenix rising energy, right? Which gives us that Scorpio, Pluto energy. Ooh, I almost started to think of that. All right, Leo, Moonology to close it out. Remember, this is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. So Aries definitely felt there was some heavy thinking going on, and there was like healing of some emotional issues for Aries. So I feel like it's interesting because Leo is very similar, but it is giving me this energy of healing, transformation, like at the end of something. The end of a tough cycle approaches, big confirmation, right? Full moon in Capricorn. Confidence is your key to success. Look at that new moon in Leo. So that's the confidence card twice, Leo. That's what you're going to have this week, January 14th through the 20th. And you and your loved ones are safe. Look at this new moon in Cancer. Remember, you had Cancer up here. All right, Leo, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly and we're going to move on to Sagittarius. I know, right? It's a little nerve-wracking. Let's use elemental wisdom. And maybe that'll help a little bit. It was interesting too, because I feel like the Sagittarius before, the week before, was super awesome. So it was like definitely some up and down. Ooh, ouch, sorry. Some up and down. Miss L, are you telling us songs? Are you listening to songs? Strawberry wine is one of my favorites. There's so many, Miss L. What am I missing? Fleetwood Mac. Jaina on Twitch. Hello. I don't know, Miss L, but this sounds like an amazing playlist. Smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Good vibes with elemental wisdom. I agree. Spirit told me, y'all. I mean, come on. I'd love to take all the credit. I'm the smartest person alive. All right, here we go. Sagittarius. Let's do 5911. Sagittarius, this is for January 14th through January 20th. So we do have the Pluto transit coming in on the 20th. I do feel like it's going to be the most impactful energy, maybe even into the next week. So I'm using the Energy Oracle. And it's piss poor raining outside. So I'm just gonna say it like that because that's what's happening. And it definitely gives me this energy of cleansing. All right, energy of the week, financial constraints comes out. You have the journey card on the bottom. Carrying extra weight is the word that I heard, carrying extra weight. Sagittarius, financial constraints doesn't necessarily have to be about money, but I feel like all three of them had something to do with love and money, which was pretty interesting. But I feel like yours is most likely going to have something to do the same way. But financial constraint says that something's happened and you didn't plan for it. Something's happened and you didn't plan for it. It's like you kept thinking something wouldn't go away or like it wouldn't run out. All right, challenges or obstacle. We have the moon card coming out, the feelings. Could have something to do with being over emotional. I'm also hearing like trust your intuition, trust your gut. Signals is on here. Lesson learned is you, Sagittarius, the Voyager. I see the North Node. All right, so I'm getting this energy that something's going to happen that has to do with your purpose or following your North Node, right? And it's like you already, it's going to have something to do with the financial constraints and the intuition. It's like not trusting your intuition. It's like you could already know something about this. And the Voyager, Sagittarius, remember it's the energy of like travel, expansion, growth. Let's see if that North Node comes back out. Where are you going, Sagittarius? And how are you getting there? See, financial constraints doesn't necessarily mean you have financial constraints this week. You could have already been having financial constraints. And it's like, this is the week where something expands. You go somewhere. You have trine, flow. So whatever it is, it's in the flow. You have the boss card, Capricorn, on the bottom. It could be like stepping up into leadership, definitely. But what's happening here is you're not trusting your gut about something. So these two cards are good. This card is challenging, but this is you not trusting your intuition or not trusting like when to go, when to say something, when to speak up, something like that. The boss on the bottom, serious, authoritative, ambitious. Ooh, Sagittarius. I heard it. I heard it just now. I heard it when I was doing the spread. What is it? What is that spread? The cost of ambition. The cost of ambition. Something happened along your route. I seen that car with the baggage. You were carrying someone else's baggage. And it's like when you were carrying all that baggage, you got distracted. There was something about maybe losing your own ambition. And that's why this financial constraints is here. Not again, not because it's happening to you now. You've been here, been here. I feel like this is the week that this changes. If you can trust your intuition, if you can know like when to boss up, when to step into that goat energy. Remember, Capricorn is the word goat. All right, elemental wisdom. Financial constraints is number 13. It's funny because Diana said, I hope that Sagittarius is better this week than, like it's, more positive. Last week was tough for Sagittarius. And I was like, yeah, me too. Like, I hope that happens too, right? And then we pull out financial constraints number 13. It's like, what? What? No, right? All right, so we have Page of Swords again, learning something. It could be again someone's watching. King of Coins, that's the card you want right there, and Three of Swords. You could be learning how to be more responsible with your finances. You could be learning how to heal a situation where someone was in control of your finances, right? The Moon card. Again, I felt like it's not trusting your intuition, not trusting your gut. It's like let's say you're in a meeting and let's say you have an opportunity to say something and you hear that little voice in your back of your mind that says, hey, say something right now about this thing. And, in this meeting, and then like whatever, maybe you'll get a promotion. Maybe people will be like, oh, she knows, they know more than we thought, so we need to give them more stuff. And it's like maybe you're not saying something, so it's like maybe they don't know, right? So it's like you're getting these little intuitive hits, but you're just kind of letting them come and go. You're not actually taking action on that particular thought, right? Like that intuition. So Two of Coins. Again, that energy of being pulled in too many directions. It could have something to do with having to choose. King of Swords is here. King of Swords is about speaking truth. And Ace of Wands, taking new action, passionate action. It's fate, again, it's destiny. Sagittarius, lesson learned. The Voyager, I feel like it has something to do with expansion, growth, like climb higher, go bigger, something like that. The Hermit comes out, totally just sucks all that right back down. But not really. The Hermit could be like maybe you've been through Dark Night of the Soul, and it's like you saw this, like as you were coming out, right? So when I started PLR, I was coming out of Dark Night of the Soul, right? I can't remember how long it lasted, but it was pretty intense. I come out of Dark Night of the Soul, and I talk about this often, and you can have more than one Dark Night of the Soul, y'all. But we tend to have, those of us that are on this specific journey, it's like we tend to have one massive dark night of the soul at the beginning of our awakening, and then bam, here we go into this journey, right? But when you're coming out of dark night of the soul, everything tastes good, smells good, feels good, right? You're excited, you go out, everything's pretty, and the colors are bright and colorful, and right, it's when you're coming out of dark night of the soul. How many of you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, so when you do that, when you're coming out, that is normally, for those of us again on this very specific journey, when you receive all the information. Like for me, okay, let me just talk about me personally. For me personally, when I was coming out of Dark Night of the Soul, this is the period of time when I was receiving all the information about PLR. This is the time that I was like, hey, I was receiving all the information about like the YouTube channel, the reading the tarots, the following, the finding the twins, the building the tribe, all of this stuff. And I was like, hey, I don't know about this, and I don't want to do this. And I didn't. You remember I said like I didn't want anybody to know my business, right? I didn't want anybody to know what had happened to me. It was awful, right? Um, so it's like, I feel like this is Sagittarius in that moment where it's like you're coming out, everything smells better, feels better, because it's been so challenging, right? It's been so challenging as you've been in this period of learning. And again, has something to do with Pentacles. King of Pentacles is a protector, a provider. It's kind of like a job, stepping up to the role, stepping up to the plate. But the Hermit could be like, you've seen this when you were coming out of your dark night of the soul. And I mean, it's very possible this is happening right now. If you're coming out of dark night of the soul, it's like now you see it, right? Three of Coins is here. Three of Coins is like teamwork, partnership. It is that energy of I respect you, you respect me, let's work together. And Five of Coins is here. Five of Coins is actually frustration. I feel like this could have something to do with a boss. I feel like there's very possible this has something to do with like a work situation. And see the three of coins, this is what's telling me this, ready? Because the three of coins is normally the people where three people are the card where three people are working together. It's usually at a church, right? And he's at the church, but notice that he's up there by himself. It's him and God. Him and God are up there right now. It's very possible that this has something to do with, again, work situation, a boss, but it's like where you're doing all the work, Sagittarius, maybe like you're not getting the credit that is due you. It's like maybe someone's trying to keep you in the dark. Someone doesn't want other people to see your light. That's very possible too. All right, the outcome is that you have a trine. That means that things start to flow in the way that they're supposed to. The Emperor comes out, that's you stepping up to the plate, that's you stepping into your power. The Emperor is all four kings coming out. So we've seen the King of Swords and we've seen the King of Pentacles. Somebody is a giver here and somebody is a taker. And it's like the other person, like most likely the giver, right? Like steps up to you, Sagittarius. It's like you step up and take all your power back because the Emperor is all four swords together. So King of Swords, King of Pentacles, King of Wands. What's the other one? King of Cups. You see what I'm saying? All four together. So it's like this energy can't affect you, can't bother you anymore. You have all four of them. It's Aries energy, powerful Aries energy. Six of coins, you could be getting assistance. But again, I feel like this is just about balancing the scales, making something right. And 10 of cups, it definitely makes you very happy. On the bottom is Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy. I feel like it's just time. The message is that it's just time. All right, let's pull some guidance, magical times. I definitely feel like something or someone has been trying to hold you back. I think the situation that you didn't plan on, Sagittarius, is you're fixing to get this opportunity for growth. And I think you've had intuitive hits about it for quite some time. All right, we have the happiness card coming out. Immense delight can be found in the smallest of things. Cultivate fluttering moments of joy. The healing card was on the bottom. I do feel like you have been going through a massive period of healing. Could have something to do with Dark Night of the Soul, but this is even after that because now Spirit has you focused on finances, and that means that Dark Night of the Soul is a little ways back in your journey, right? The Dreamer card is here, yeah, because this is the dream that you had when you were in Dark Night of the Soul, right? So your dreams have chosen you. Find fulfillment in pursuing your destiny. This is the magic of life. Manifestation is also here. Again, the word dreams. Your dreams have untold energy. Open the door and let them live. Desire and belief are your power. All right, Sagittarius, I'm going to close it out with Moonology. Remember, this is going to help with thoughts and emotions. I will say less emotional for Sagittarius, more in your thoughts. Aries and Leo was definitely there was a lot more high emotion than there is here. It's more like Sagittarius. This is about you starting to fulfill something that you already know, like you've already made the plan. You're just going to take the action. The answers you need are coming. It's full moon in Gemini. Balance spirituality and practicality. It's full moon in Pisces. And there it is right there. Expect powerful changes. It's new moon eclipse. All right, Sagittarius, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, tap that like button for me. Like, share, subscribe, join, follow, you know, all that good stuff. That's it, guys. That's going to be your fire signs for the week of January 14th through January 20th. I feel like it's going to be one of the most powerful weeks for all of us, all of 2024, right? All right, guys. I hope that was helpful. Don't forget, we're going to be doing some free readings Thursday night, guys. Thursday night. So if you missed free readings last night, make sure to come back and join us Thursday night. Capricorn new moon. I am going to be offering some new moon readings, some Pluto readings, and some mini 2024 readings. What do you guys think about my purple hair in that picture? Totally an AI photo. My skin doesn't look that good, but I'm definitely digging that purple hair, and I'm thinking, like, is this future Rosa? But yes, guys, make sure to come back and join us Thursday night, 8 p.m. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing water signs. So Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. RL on YouTube. Hello. You have finance meeting tomorrow. Interesting. Interesting. Jaina Banana. Is that how you say it? Banana? I will. Sweet. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. Make sure to come back. Join me tomorrow night. Water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Earth signs will be on Wednesday. And remember, Thursday night, new moon, Capricorn new moon. It's manifestation, guys. Get your green candles out for this Capricorn new moon and go light those green candles, right? All right, guys. I'm always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.